Good morning, Stargate fans. We have quite a schedule ahead of us. Now, to be fair, I'm probably going to not be attending any of this stuff because one, I'm Canadian, can't afford traveling to conventions, can't travel to Times Square or Los Angeles, and I don't have X. But I thought that my contribution to the schedule could be me talking about the schedule. So, preface this, if you don't know, Stargate fans are going hard right now because MGM Studios under Amazon decided to cancel their pre-production Stargate series that they were going to make that would not only satisfy the new fans, but also the older fans. And they decided to do this even though after months of pumping it up with their audience, but because of, from what we understand, an exchange of different executives within the MGM Studios branch of Prime Video. Therefore, they decided to cancel Stargate, and specifically with Martin Garrow's vision, which, if you don't know who Martin Garrow is, he is a longtime showrunner of Stargate, as well as executive producers from the Stargate movie, as well as the show. Now, why should you care about this? Well, because this has a lot to do with media as a whole right now, with film and television. At some point, I'm going to make a video about this, about why people outside of the Stargate fandom should care about Stargate's cancellation and why we all should get on board about this, but that is not for the video for today. Today, I am announcing all of the things that are coming up within the community, and specifically just doing this so that the people in my community or people who stumble upon this video can be aware. So, we are going to head over to savestargate.com. Okay, so here's where we're at. This is the main website of where to get all your information about the upcoming events for Stargate or how you can be involved.
That is not correct.
Involved, not evolved. Although that too, I guess. So this is savestargate.com. The links for all of the things that I will be showing you will be in the description below, as well as the first comment that is pinned, which will be my comment. Additionally, I highly recommend that you join the Gate World Discord server. There is a lot of information in there from a lot of people within the community, spreading awareness and also organizing events. And it also is really good to just keep morale going, I would say. Hashtag SafeStargate, which by the way is actually the hashtag that is used right now. From what I understand, there are some people in the community discouraging using any other hashtags except this one. I think as long as you use this one and maybe use other hashtags, that should be fine, like probably using hashtag Martin Garrow. I've been using Save Garrow Stargate so that it's not just Save Stargate, because knowing Amazon executives, they'd be like,
Oh, we are saving Stargate. No.
I want Martin Garrow's Stargate. So that's why I'm also using the hashtag Save Garrow Stargate. But I think the whole point is so that we get enough people targeted at Save Stargate, and that one is kind of the easiest one to write out. You know, there's going to be typos and stuff like that as well. So keep that in mind. If you decide to just use hashtag Save Stargate, that's fine. But that's why I do it. So anyways, Amazon MGM Studio greenlit a new Stargate series. Amazon has now stopped production on Martin Garrow's LED series before filming. If the gate is going to be reopened, Amazon needs to see, respectfully, a visible demand from the fans and new viewers. So there is a petition. We're going to open this up. So this is the petition. It seems that we have, the last time I checked, it was like at 74,000. So we've actually gotten to 84,000, and a lot of people are posting and also signing up for the petitions. It looks like there's 6 media mentions, 21 updates, 970 supporter voices, decision makers. They update this quite frequently. From what I understand, this is, yes, done by the Popcast brothers, and this is where they're going to send all the information. There's several people who have posted their own personal videos, and then there's also people writing comments. So highly recommend getting on board. Again, if you need to know where the link is for this, it's going to be in the description below of this video, as well as the pinned comment. But also, though, you can just go to savestargate.com. Okay, this is all about how we can get notice. How can we do something about this? So I've seen a lot of people online saying, one, they're canceling their accounts. I am not going to do that because I don't even really have an account right now. I'm not signed up with them, but just send feedback through an email. You could send mail. What I've seen a lot of people doing actually is they're talking about sending Kleenex boxes that says thanks, send more, hashtag Save Stargate. You can also write a personalized letter. A lot of people are saying specifically write a letter to Peter Freelander and not better, because Feder has already made up their mind from what we understand. So they're recommending to actually go above him. And then you can also just attention Prime Video leadership. So this is one way to get the information out. You can send a note, personalized letter. You can even write notes, maybe even send some fan mail. I know some people were talking about sending Fruit Loops over. A lot of people are calling Amazon and specifically explaining why they're canceling their Amazon Prime. Again, I'm not suggesting you do that, but if you do, then you have to be clear. You have to call them. You have to tell them that's why you're unhappy. And then also just specifically call them. Hello, I am calling to respectfully ask Amazon MGM Studios to reconsider the Martin Garrows-led Stargate series. Please record or route my feedback to Amazon Prime and MGM Studios. Thank you. Now, I don't know how many people are going to start getting hung up on because of this, but if you feel that that is the only way you can reach out, then highly recommend that. You can also put some money towards the fan campaigns, which we're going to talk about in a second. And then there's also posting to other social media, which I'm doing right now, recruiting new viewers, and approve the audience. So watching episodes of Stargate on Netflix, on Pluto TV, on Amazon Prime Video, these are ways that the algorithms will send information and statistics back to Amazon MGM to let them know that people care about this series and it's not just one demographic. So let's get into this quickly because there is a couple of things going on right now. So apparently there is information out right now that it is still possible to get this rescinded, which is really big. So there is a section on events. We're going to click on this. Okay, so this one is in here. All right, so we're going to attack this for a second. So this is actually something going on tomorrow. So tomorrow, today is June 15th, obviously. Tomorrow, which is June 16th, from 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. Central Standard Time, they are going to have a flyover plane over MGM Studios that's going to say hashtag Save Stargate. There's going to be a lot of fans there, which if you're in the area, I highly recommend there. It's not only going to be fun because then you get to meet new fans, but then also you'll feel like your voice is heard. So they also are asking everyone to attend to RSVP at the following link. We're going to open this up. I would also recommend to tell your friends about this. This is the information here, the Cavalier Studios, Cavalier City, California. What you're going to do is you're going to fill out your name, your last name, your email, and your continent. Since I'm not going, I'm not going to do this, but I highly recommend to do this. Hello, video editor Sarah here. It is very important to RSVP on that form, and which we have a QR code here on the screen. The reason being is that it is a way to get people notified about schedule changes, updates, parking coordination, and other information. So it says here it must be filled out by anybody intending to participate in person. So please sign up through this link and QR code, please. If you are in the vicinity of Cavalier Studios or you are in California and you're maybe willing to do a road trip, I highly recommend one, preparing with snacks, sunscreen, and also just be prepared to like bring your merch if you have that with you, make a sign. And also if you are a person who has some kind of YouTube presence, TikTok presence, Instagram presence, I highly recommend to do some live streaming. They have specifically said in a lot of the Discord channels that I've been checking that they're really trying to find people to live stream this event. So even if that's something you've never done before and you've always wanted to get into social media, this is a good opportunity. So I would just recommend that you get your foot in the door. So this is the only official event that's out, but there are several potential events going out, and then there's reoccurring events. So please keep in mind, the information that I'm about to share is through a Discord channel, and I will be blocking out names for protection's sake, because that's not the point. The point is not the names, the point is the information. And if you want to get to know these people, then you can always join the Discord and connect with them. But I don't feel like putting strangers on my YouTube channel that has never agreed to be on my YouTube channel without the information that, you know, like they agreed to. But also, I guess, like, the argument could also be like, well, don't you want to give them credit? And the answer is yes. So that's why I'm telling you to go join the Discord channel so you can find their information. If they decide to find this video that I'm making right now, leave a comment down below if you want your name to be connected to the words that I'm sharing on your behalf. But again, the whole point of this is just to lead you back to the Gate World Discord channel which again, the link to that will be in my description and in the pinned comment below so that you can also join the community on these events. Okay, so I'm gonna do a still here just so that I can block out these names a little bit easier. So this is the Gate World Discord channel, which again, link will be available in the description and the pinned comment. So they are gonna do the aerial banner over Amazon Studios again tomorrow, which is the event we just talked about. They are in the middle of making a campaign logo, which if we go back, we go here, this is the logo they're currently using. You can use this on your X posts, you can put this on a banner on Facebook. If you need this, the file is available, and it's specifically available in the Gate World channel. But I do believe also there is something called the Arsenal, and this is where you can find memes, fan art, cosplay photos, and campaign, I'm not sure what that is, like maybe thumbnail options. And this is specifically for people who are content creators that want to share information, or if you just want to share a meme on an X post, all of that information is here. So if you want the logo, it's gonna be in here. But anyways, okay, I'm just gonna go through these as fast as possible. So the aerial banner over MGM Studios, obviously that's tomorrow. Hashtag Save Stargate campaign logo, that is available on the website, savestargate.com. Answer all the posts of MGM Studios and MGM Plus. This is a big one because basically what's happening is almost everything that Amazon MGM Studios and MGM Plus is posting on X, which I don't know about Blue Sky. Blue Sky might be varied, so please look into that if you have Blue Sky. I don't have X or Blue Sky. I would say that if you're wanting to get involved but you don't have as much time to go anywhere, this is a free option and it's available. I would just say leave some nice comments, maybe leave a funny meme, but you don't need to be mean. Okay, the next one is they already have a free printed A4 and letter size postcard available for Peter Freelander, which again is the head over Brett Fretter, which Brett Fretter is the one who supposedly, from what we understand, was the one that canceled Stargate. But don't you dare be mean and message him and whatever. Don't do that. That's not the point of this. We're sending nice letters. We are sending encouraging letters so that they notice that we're not crazy. We just love Stargate, which maybe does make us crazy. Campaign cards to facilitate web traffic. So I think this is a newer one. But again, the reason why I'm kind of encouraging you to go to this Discord channel is because there's new opportunities and everyone's sharing ideas on how to get connected to Stargate through this Discord channel. So if you're like, I have ideas, but it doesn't seem like I don't know where to put my voice, you can put it in here because people will get on board with you or they'll encourage you in a direction on how to get that done. So this one is a new one. I don't know anything about this one, but we can check it out at some point. Okay, this one though is gonna happen soon. I don't know how full it is. From what I understand, Times Square billboard, they do have plans to get something posted on Times Square, maybe for like a week or an hour. They're kind of trying to figure out the logistics of that, but all the funds that are currently being raised, because they are raising funds right now, is going towards the flyover over MGM Cavalier Studios. So because that is happening, the money that was going to go towards Times Square is on pause. But you can donate at any point that you want. And I think the information of where to donate is in here somewhere. So I definitely recommend looking into that. There is also the Do It for the Gram. So again, we've kind of covered if you want to get into social media, you've always wanted to get into social media, or maybe you already have social media, but you're trying to find your niche where they're encouraging people to do a lot more Instagram presence of Stargate, how to get more involved in this. They're also, I think, asking for people to make short videos of why Stargate means something to them, and they're gonna post it. This one is a reoccurring event. So the French community, which is being headed by a group of people, I don't know who, but I would recommend looking into this one. They are heading this particular one where from what I understand, every Wednesday and every Saturday, they're doing tweet storms.
Hello, it is the video editor version of me. The Stargate community is also doing another tweet storm tomorrow during the flyover Amazon Studios. So I would recommend to get prepared for that as well if you're wanting to join in.
And they've gotten Stargate to trend worldwide top 8 on Wednesday. Saturday, even though it wasn't as well known, it still was trending in the top 10 on X. So I highly recommend, if you have X, if you have Blue Sky, if you have any social media, even Facebook, from what I understand, because apparently they've said that they don't have enough people on Facebook. So if you can even just post on Facebook, that would be useful. From what I understand, there's also something in here about a Save Stargate Facebook page, which I highly recommend to go follow, to to get involved. If you don't have Discord, that's a good way to connect as well. And then I'm sure on that Facebook page, they'll probably update people with this information as well. So then it says make contact with the StargateProject.de and organize a German Stargate tweet storm. I think this is more for the German community. So if you're German, I highly recommend. They're speaking in English here though, so I'm not fully sure about this one. But I think because they said German and I don't have X, I didn't look fully into it. But again, the whole point of this is to tell you that there is a lot of Stargate things coming up. You could even donate your funds, because some people were talking about how we should get a t-shirt done. I shouldn't say we, because other people have said it and I was just reading it, so it wasn't me. But I'm sure if you, maybe even if you're a graphic designer, if you're an artist, there's ways to, you could do 30 days of art on Stargate. You could do 30 days of 3D prints of Stargate. You could, you know, train like Teal'c for 30 days. Like, there's ways that you can use your abilities to encourage other people online to get involved with Stargate. So that's why we're bringing this up. This is why we're talking about it. And I'm using my very small community to get this information out there. There's also potential talks of printed banners for events. So they're talking about in the future getting like handheld banners. Then there's also banners hung over the overpass at Dragon Con in Atlanta. They're talking about the summer of Stargate, things that we can do to get people more involved in Stargate over the summertime. We have TikTok. They're also doing a Stargate watch along at some point. So I would just recommend, if you're looking for ways to get involved, if you're looking for the direction of a community that you can get involved with, I highly recommend this Discord channel. Again, the links will be available in the description and the comments. But the entire purpose of this video is really just to share this information and get it out as fast as possible. I have like 40 minutes of editing, so I'm just gonna call it quits here. Drop a comment down below if you know other events coming up that I have missed. If you know other links to connect to people, I highly recommend those. Specifically for the petition though, keep in mind that the top petitions that have been posted, creators of these petitions got together, and the petition that I have shared in this video is the #1 that they're all using. In fact, I think all the other petitions have been closed down and they're focusing on this petition. So if you see other petitions, don't sign that one. Sign this one, because this is the petition that will be relevant to what is happening in the community. But again, these are all the events that are currently happening, so you can prepare for tomorrow's flyover. I bet there's probably going to be people live streaming that, so we can even find that. Even watching it on our end will be a way to get it out there. Even if we're not there, we can post to X or Instagram, like I am doing right now, and explaining that this is happening on June 16th at 12 p.m. So then that way we are all on board and we can share in this love of a franchise together and fight for it. So anyways, thank you so much for watching. If you're new to my channel, my name is Sarah. I am the host of Sarah's Spare Corner. Sarah's Spare Corner encompasses gaming as well as arts, crafts, and various different forms of creativity. Additionally, I like sharing theories, concepts, and ideas, as I am a philosophy major. And when I'm not bored, I might travel places and I might post about it. But I think that's it for this video. I need to get this edited as fast as possible. So thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in the next video. Bye now.